Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In the pre-Islamic period, writing elegies for the dead was one of the main roles of a female poet. An elegy or a ritha is a sad poem that expresses sorrow for a dead person. Tumadir bint Amr ibn al-Harith ibn al-Sharid al-Sulamiyya was one of the greatest poets of all time. She is well known by her nickname Al-Khansāʼ. She comes from a wealthy family. She was born in Najd, which is currently the region of Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. Her dad was the head of the Al-Sharid clan, and she had two brothers, Muawiyah and Ṣakhr. She grew up filled with love and compassion from her family, especially her two brothers, Muawiyah and Ṣakhr. Al-Khansāʼ was a mukhadram. A mukhadram is someone that lived the Jahiliyyah period and the Islamic period. She went to the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and she converted to Islam along with her family, her tribe, Banu Sulaym. It was reported that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ loved her poetry. He used to come and ask her to recite for him, and then he would say, "Hi ya Khansāʼ," which means I need more, add more for me, because like her poetry was really so good and so wonderful. Al-Khansāʼ had two brothers, as we said, Muawiyah and Ṣakhr. Muawiyah got killed in a battle between Bani Sulaym and Bani Murrah. After his death, Al-Khansāʼ urged her brother Ṣakhr to go and take revenge for her brother Muawiyah. And Ṣakhr did that. He went and then he killed someone from the Bani Murrah tribe. And then after a year, there was another battle between Bani Murrah and Bani Sulaym. In that battle, he got stabbed and he fell ill for over a year, and then he died in that process. After his death, Al-Khansāʼ collapsed, like literally, because she had lost her brother Muawiyah and Ṣakhr. And Ṣakhr loved her so much and used to protect her. He was like a refuge to her, a protector, a comfort to her. So she could no longer hide her feelings and her sorrows. She started writing poetries and elegies for her two brothers. And those elegies were really famous. And she could not stop crying. She cried so much, her brothers. It was reported also that Al-Khansāʼ, she had 4 children. When she converted to Islam, she urged her children to go and fight for the cause of Allah in the battle of Al-Qadisiyah. Her children, all of them, they got killed in that battle. And she said a really famous expression, which is Alhamdulillahi alladhi sharrafani biqatlihim, which means praise be to God who honored me with their martyrdom. One of the finest elegies of Al-Khansāʼ is the one that she performed in Suq Ukalf, which was a market where they used to go and compose poems and recite them in front of people. So this poem was an elegy about Ṣakhr. She says, قدم بعينك أم بالعين عوار أم ذرفت إذ خلت من أهلها الدار.
Is it slip-crossed in your eyes or sand, or unceasing tears for the one of whom the house is void? Here we see that Al-Khansāʼ, she's asking her eyes why they are crying non-stop. Is it because of slip-crossed or sand, or because the eyes lost someone from the family? And obviously, that's the reason why they're crying non-stop. It's because they've lost Ṣakhr, who is the brother of Al-Khansāʼ. كأن عيني لذكراه إذا خطرت فيض يسيل على الخدين مدرار. When his memory comes to mind, the eyes becomes like a flood of tears flowing down the cheeks unrelenting. Here she is saying that whenever she thinks about Ṣakhr, she cannot stop crying. The eyes become like a flood of tears that comes down the cheeks, and she cannot stop crying. She's crying so much. تبكي خناص فما تنفك ما عمرت لها عليه رنين وهي مفتار. Verily Khunas shall cry for him all her life with audible wails, and yet she has not fulfilled his right. Here she's basically saying that she will cry for Ṣakhr all her life, and now she has become weak, and yet she has not fulfilled his right towards her. تبكي خناص على صخر وحق لها إذ رابها الدهر إن الدهر ضرار. Khunas weeps over Ṣakhr, and rightly so, for time has hurt her. Verily, time is most malicious. Here she is saying that she has the right to cry over her beloved brother Ṣakhr, because time has hurt her and put her in a painful state, and she is very hurt. وَإِنَّ صَخْرًا لَوَالِينَا وَسَيِّدُنَا وَإِنَّ صَخْرًا إِذَا نَشْتُوا لَنَحَّارُ. Verily Ṣakhr is our leader and our master. Verily Ṣakhr during the winter slaughters generously. Here she is describing the good characters of Ṣakhr. She's saying that Ṣakhr was a leader and a master, and during the winter he used to generously slaughter a lot and give out to poor people. Because she mentions here the winter, because it is known that during winter there is so much hunger. وَإِنَّ صَخْرًا لَمِقْدَامٌ إِذَا رَكِبُوا وَإِنَّ صَخْرًا إِذَا جَاعُوا لَعَقَّارُ. Verily Ṣakhr charges ahead in front of them when they ride into battle. Verily Ṣakhr slaughters when they are hungry. Here she says that Ṣakhr was a brave man that didn't fear death during battles, and Ṣakhr was so generous that he used to slaughter for them when they are hungry. This is a short part of Khansā's elegies that she wrote for her brother Ṣakhr. It is a very famous poetry that when she composed it, An-Nabigh al-Dhubiyani, the contemporary Arab poet, said to her, إِنَّكِ أَشْعَرُ الْجِنِّ وَالْإِنسِ. Verily, you are the finest poet of the jinn and the humans. This is Al-Khansāʼ. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.